Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to Nairobi Sisterhood. I know, it's been a minute, but we are back and we're doing it bigger and better. So I'm here with my co-host,
Maya.
Yeah, and today we're talking about the things we used to do when we were younger that we don't do anymore. I'm not sure what we went with as a title, but that's the vibe we're going for. So you want to start us off?
Things we no longer do because we're grown.
Yes.
You start.
I start.
In case I say something
fine.
chaotic.
Fine. But I will start on a high and then...
That's fine.
Okay. I don't drink alcohol that's cheaper than 200 bob if it's a quarter.
That makes sense.
Because there was a time, and also when I say younger, yesterday is younger. If you saw me do something last week and I say it today,
you've grown.
I've grown. It's been a week. Yeah. So
no, but in uni, you remember those days? Hey, we used to changa like, yani tunanunua quarter ya watu wa
quarter like 6. Yeah, but the quarter cost like 500, 600.
What was that? Like, why were we drinking things with choices at the end? Oh my God. Teacher's choice, police choice, something choice, collectors. Our choices were poor. Oh my God.
Yes. So no, I don't drink cheap alcohol. I actually, moving on from that is like, I also don't drink when I don't want to drink. Even if it's like proper booze.
Is it even like we don't drink cheap alcohol anymore, ama we just don't drink whatever is on the table? Leo niliona mtu akitoanishwa on Twitter. Some quote, some guy, let me find it, because it was really the ghetto. This girl was called all the way out. This guy was like,
she drinking?
It's not even because of what she was drinking. She was hitting on this guy and this guy didn't want her. So he wrote a whole paragraph trying to like...
Is it this babe who went on to say about how he smelled?
No. It was just like this girl texted this guy, I like you, blah, blah, blah. And the girl was like, you don't think I'm pretty? Because she doesn't understand why he doesn't want her. And this man decided to tell her about herself.
Okay, what
and
did
there's
he say?
This one is too long to read, by the way. Like, it's a whole paragraph.
Pick your best paragraph.
Is it best? Because I don't know whether we are here to tear women down. Because this man said, I do think you're very pretty, but what I'm not is one of those okays that will give a free ride just because you have the looks to get out of jail. And then akamwambia vile, you're very inattentive, you're an egomaniac, you're conceited, almost beyond belief, you lack personality. Like, this guy went in, but the part for the drink was, your favorite... Okay, this one was rude. Ati, one, you're a Cardi B fan, you have no interest in sports other than footballers, and now F1 drivers that you enjoy objectifying, and your favorite car is what's popular, your favorite drink is whatever other people buy you. And let me tell you, that line, it's giving broke.
It is giving broke.
It's giving...
You only drink what people are buying. You don't have tastes.
You
drink
have
whatever
you
find
buds.
whatever is on the table, that's what you're drinking. You find Tusker, you drink Tusker.
Not even that. You can't afford to buy yourself a drink. So whatever this man will say is what you'll drink. Which is...
Damn it. Also, this guy really called us out, people who are actually sports fans, but genuinely like the people who are attractive conventionally. But, it is what it is.
I mean, let's be fair. Like, if you only know a player because they are good looking, then do you really like the
F1
sport?
fans who only know Lewis Hamilton?
I'm not even a fan. Niko tu. Lakini aka vizuri.
I mean, we can get it.
I mean, where do you want me? Just joking.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
That was one of my points. Yo kuchangia pombe. Like, I feel like we changia pombe now, but it's not like 200 bob.
It's not 200 bob.
Like, kila mtu anaweza shika kota yake ama mzinga yake na tusonge. Like,
and if you guys are drinking something that I don't want to drink, I can easily just be like,
No,
I'm not gonna changia that. I'll just buy my own.
Yeah, we've grown, because let me tell you, meeting in and your house. Okay, we were all in the same friend group in uni.
Yeah.
But your house, we used to come and choma.
Yeah, I know.
So my point, that was one of my points actually. But another point is I no longer, and this is not to say that I don't like random plans, but I no longer, kuishi life with reckless abandon. Like, whatever plan is coming, uko hapo tu, your friend tells you, let's go to Malindi today, let's go to Mombasa, na uko kwa gari unaenda wapi? Ulitoka kwa nyumba yako jana Nairobi, kesho uko Naivasha. Like,
then the next day,
not even the next day, that night uko Naivasha bila plan, bila pesa, bila nini.
You don't know where you're going to sleep, you don't know who's coming, you don't know who's
You don't even know how you're coming back. I'm not doing that.
And so people who say, just trust me, I got you, but you don't know the plan.
Yeah, mambo ya kutrust watu wenye ujui. Now, I think it's even the meeting people in the club and making plans.
Because with your friends, you really trust that there's a level of...
But even with your friends, I feel like we're grown enough to be like, yeah, that's not in my budget for this month, and I'm not gonna wake up and go to Malindi tomorrow and they stay hungry for 2 weeks drinking water and bread. You know, I feel like we're grown. Those are the things. You're agreeing to random plans with zero. There's a time. Once upon a time, I decided I am going to go to Malindi. I'm in the spirit of tourism.
You went to Malindi?
Si nikazambia beshte yangu tuende Malindi sijui. What was the reason? I had said I want to travel more that year. Because you know, it's in my bucket list, it's in my vision board. God, vision boards will kill us today. Si nikaenda Malindi. This was 2019. Nikajam hata sayo sina budget, nimeambiwa budget ni 6K. Why are you going to Malindi with 6,000? What trip is this you're going to Malindi with 6,000? It was such a joke.
Transport. Was that enough for your transport? It
was supposed to be transport, food, and where you're sleeping. I don't know what I thought I was doing. I'm in a bunch of, I'm with a whole group. My friend was like, yeah, she's doing this with her classmates. Let me dandia and pretend I'm part of their school. Blah, blah, blah. So ndio mimi nimewajoin, tumeenda. First of all, 2 was okay because ni SGR. Yeah. To and from. No, sorry, 2 was fine. Yeah. Getting there, we get there usiku. Mara tukaanza kuambiwa katikati ya trip veje tulipe watu wa matatu an extra amount kwa sababu hawajalipo enough. Na tumekaa sana between Mombasa and Malindi. We get there, we don't have somewhere to sleep. We're sharing rooms. I don't even know the people I'm with. I mean, the trip was fun.
Yeah.
For the bits for sherehe, but other than that, because time ya kurudi, first of all, the chakula was might as well be boarding school food because we were eating rice and cabbage. Why am I in coast suffering? Holidays should be holiday. Me hata ziena holiday yenye sijajibamba.
Actually, why you eating rice and cabbage? There's no food in your house.
As in?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then siku ya kurudi. Yeah. When I tell you the matatu, I mean, we were supposed to come back with SGR. In the morning of that day, the lady who booked for us, all 30 of us, booked 30? Nairobi, Mombasa tena. 2 times.
So she didn't book Mombasa
back to Nairobi. And it's a Sunday, and we have work. Jesus people have exams Christ. On Monday. It was just terrible. I called, Sayo, I have nothing to my name.
You guys, have no money.
I had 200 shillings or 500 shillings on the day for coming back. I'm too grown to be doing all this. Honestly. What in Jesus' name is going on? Too old to be making such mistakes.
When was this?
2019. Okay. Too old. I was grown. We were done with uni even.
Yes, we were done.
I was grown. That was a big mistake. And the weird thing is, all the trips I planned in uni, I planned them myself. So I didn't. Akuwa na room for error. The trip to Naivasha first year, the trip to wherever it is we went to, even with the twins and our friend group, it was never a bad trip. But hii yenye sija plan mimi mwenyewe. Ndio nimeona giza. Nikikwambia nililala Mombasa an extra night. Because they wanted us to travel via bus. And
where did you sleep considering you didn't have the budget for accommodation?
I had to talk to my parents. But what in Jesus' name is this? The inconvenience to inconvenience people. Unapangia mtu pesa zake. Ni tabia mbaya.
Even me, even if you call me in such a situation, I'd give you the money, but I'd still be like,
what the hell?
Okay, can we talk about this?
Yeah, because it's irresponsible. I'm no longer that person. I'm so glad I grew. But I didn't need to do the trip to grow.
We didn't need to do all that.
I didn't need to do all that. And God forbid that happens to me again. I ended up having to sleep somewhere else. Another friend of mine had to stay behind. Twende kwao Mombasa. Tulale huko instead of spending money on accommodation. But also still paying for the SGR of this person because they stayed with me.
Yeah.
It was a lot. And it's just and then also my parents aren't for night travel, with buses. So that was already unknown. Yeah. They were uspandi your basi. I mean, well, if everyone else is pandai, it's not a big deal. But then I feel when your parents tell you things and you feel like they're jinxing your life.
Especially travel manenos.
Not even that. A bus had just crashed kwa hiyo barabara the night before.
I can't do long distance bus travel.
So I was just so
I get it.
I was
where are you going at night on a bus from a place you don't know?
It was just, and already this trip was jinxed. Everything about this trip was trash. Other than the company, it was the ghetto X. The ghetto.
That also 30 people. 30 people. I don't
know 30 people. I only knew 2 people from that trip.
You're braver than me.
I know.
You're braver than me. I know. Never
because
be me.
What was that about? So
I don't even leave the house with people I know.
No more random plans with sifanyi hizo maneno. Okay. If I'm doing a random plan, I have the budget for it at least. Angalau nisifike place. Kwanza you have to have more money than what you
are intending to spend.
Budgeted for. Yeah, I feel like if you budgeted for 5, have like 10 or 15, something like something
just
like that.
Just have a buffer so that in case something happens, you're not in a fix that you can't get out of.
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually
the ghetto.
I've never been there, but I see. I guess
you see why growth is important.
Growth is very important.
Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. If you love yourself, don't do that to yourself.
Yeah. Anyway, my point is that I no longer tell people. I don't do brutal honesty anymore.
Oh,
I don't do.
That's a good one.
Yeah, or tough love.
That's a good one.
I think I very much was on the bandwagon for, so long as it's the truth, I can say it the way I want to say it. But now
it's not nice.
It's not nice. I felt like as much as a truth can be harsh in itself, without me ongezeing my harshness.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if something is already like not the best thing, So I don't need to come out here with the harshest of words in the meanest of tones to express it to you.
I saw a video similar to that one saying sometimes you don't have to lie to someone, you just have to pick the moment.
Yes.
So did you, like, I don't know whether you saw it, it was going around on social media. This guy was saying how he used to be a brutal truth person, but he doesn't think that's the nini. And he went to his friend's show who was very excited about doing like a Broadway show. And the girl was so excited. Like, he hated the show. Like, he said he would have rather been anywhere because of how bad, like, how
much he didn't like it.
In terms of production, like, quality, plot line, like, she could have done so much better. But it was her first show. So when the girl came out to say hi to him, she was so excited that he said, instead of saying, I absolutely hated your show, like, positive criticism because he's also, like, in that field. Hakumwambia, he told her, I really loved seeing you perform. I loved that you're doing something you love. Let's celebrate you.
Yes.
Hakumwambia, I loved it. And the girl came out saying, did you like the show? But he was like, no, this is not the moment. Then the next day he called her and he was like, okay, so points of criticism. This plot line was like this. It was a bit shallow. You could have done better. Because you can tell someone the truth, but sometimes you pick the right moment.
That's exactly it.
I don't think it's even about sugarcoating. It's more like,
I think it's how and when.
Yeah.
Because even if he called her the day after and was like, I hated your show, you should have done XYZ in the wrong tone, in the wrong manner,
it would still have been poorly received.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's not about the message, it's the how.
It's the how. And also some messages don't need to be given, to be honest. Like, yes, I know that you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And I know that I can give feedback.
Yeah.
But is it for me to give this feedback right now?
Fair enough.
Or is it something you can figure out in your own time?
Okay.
And also not everyone. Because maybe you're close enough for me to be like, that top.
One of my points was different. You see, you're saying you no longer give honest truths. Now for me, it's the opposite.
No,
I no longer
truths.
Harsh truths. Yeah. Mine isn't. I no longer cheerlead. You remember? Okay. So recently, we were going through our thread.
No. Don't bring that up because it's going to embarrass the both of us.
Oh my God.
It's okay. Our thread from 2018 of our texts. At that
and
point
it was just, what is going on? First of all, I did something wrong in the thread, but I was telling her about it. Like, I was telling her about an interaction I had with a previous boyfriend, and I was the one on the wrong. If we're being quite honest, like, grown me can acknowledge that it was poor communication, and I just didn't like enough. Sorry, I didn't like this guy enough.
Okay, we shall beep.
I didn't like this guy enough, and that's why his attachment was irritating me. Yeah. But instead of Gina telling me, I think you poorly communicated that, she said, if this guy doesn't make you happy, let him go. And I was just like, damn.
No.
And that used to be me also to you in your toxic situation.
That's true.
And it's just like, we need to acknowledge that, like, friendship is more, nowadays there's a lot more honesty when you're grown, because you're what? You want your friend to grow.
We hold each other accountable.
That's the one.
At that point in time, as much as we still, to an extent, enable each other, that I can't even lie.
Yeah.
That enabling at that point in time, when I heard you say the first text, like when you're reading it out to me, and I was like, Maya, we both know that this one, you are the one who was on the wrong. When you read the response that I said, I was like, oh my God.
So disappointed.
I was so disappointed in myself. Because instead of telling you no, like you you overreacting, like he was only trying to be there for you. It's like, yeah, you deserve someone who is.
It's
I don't
really
know,
that you
something.
deserve someone. But it's a delusion for me.
Both delulu.
Because accountability, nunge, zero.
And obviously the weirdest part of that thread was the fact that I allowed my boyfriend at the time to send you a voice note of God knows what.
You could never be you now.
Why
are you touching it? Why is
he touching my phone and talking to my friend?
That was a bit odd. I'm so glad that voice note didn't download because then I'd listen to the rubbish again.
But also your comment on the voice note was out of pocket. But let's move on.
I can't even remember what I said. Now that we recollect.
You said something about, if you disappear right now, I'll know that it was
inappropriate.
It was inappropriate.
Yeah.
But we have grown as people.
Yeah. Okay. No, that was mine. So now it's yours.
Really? What was mine? So confused.
Oh, no.
You
said a point off of your point. Yeah.
Yes, but I get that. So I say I'll appoint myself?
Yeah, you should.
Okay. So the other thing I was going to say is give me 2 seconds. I forgot.
As you think, I think mine would be no longer allowing people to get away with things. How is it? Not people pleasing. Kuna people pleasing, but not really people pleasing. More like lowering your standards in all ways and forms. Your friendships, your relationships, work.
Yes.
That is no longer something that's serving
your
me.
Portion anymore.
And when I was younger, it was it's almost like one, thank God he chose me. Like you're coming from a point of scarcity.
At least I have
a relationship. God
alone.
forbid a bombo clat.
No.
Claims me and I'm proud. Hey God.
So like at least I have someone. At least it's not no one. But the person that you have is causing you more stress than any value adding in your life. In the name of love.
Yeah, no. Lowering my standards, even in terms of friendships.
Yeah.
I think now I can very easily be like, that friendship is not serving me, see must.
I get you.
See must. Because what is all this?
Basically, I think we're now in a point of where we're not forcing situations and you understand what you need.
Yeah.
And if it's not serving what you need, you're okay with letting it go.
Yeah, because in friendships also, kwanza in uni, there's some friends you only had because of sherehe. And there are some friends it's okay to have different friends for different things. Yeah. That's fine. But I'm not going to keep up with someone just because they're my roommate.
What do you mean keep up?
Like, let's say I'm in a hostel and I have a friend. Obviously, this is in retrospect. And then I keep up. I tolerate, kuna kutolerate na kuna pretend I'm your friend because we live in the same house.
Okay, you can be cordial without being friends. So you're
That's
saying...
the thing. But when you're younger, it's very easy for you to be caught up and be like, okay, but we're friends. But are you friends? Am I you're just in the same house?
You're just in the same... It's convenient
that
you guys are in the same place at the same time.
Am you like you force friendships just because they're friends with your friends? Now it's okay to just be telling someone, like sometimes when we make friend groups, like when we go to each other's houses, I can very easily say don't come with Nani. If I ask, can I bring someone else? You're like, no, we want this specific people here because we want to talk about these things that are comfortable sharing with these people. There's way more boundaries in our friendships and interactions than kitambo.
That's true. Because also you don't just show up with someone else's house or thing.
Yeah, but that's like general. Me, I'm just saying
for specific to you.
Yeah, because kitambo, like friendships used to be like, it's a party, let's go. Mnabebana tu. Like haikuwa na hizo, no, you can say no to your friend without bringing someone else, or you can say no to them coming empty-handed, or you can say, I don't know.
Yeah, I get you.
You understand what I mean? There's a lot more. Kuna standards na kuna boundaries.
So your point is that
I no longer accept. I am better at setting my boundaries, and I no longer allow bare minimum, like low standards in terms of every friendship I have.
Yeah. I get that. I'm with you there.
Yeah.
So my point, I finally remembered.
is
I don't. This is something I used to do up to last year.
Yeah.
But I no longer let men in my house.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. It doesn't matter. We might be friends. We can be. I don't care the level of relationship that we have, but I just don't. I can trust you as a person.
Fair enough.
But you still know. I think unless I'm like fully committed to someone, like this is my long-term boyfriend, then maybe that person. But until then, nope.
That's a good one.
I've
Because one
met
thing
a lot
about these people, me, I just don't like people who take liberties in your space. And then decide ukuje kwangu alafu na ni disrespect kwangu.
That's the thing. The reason why
I need you to see yourself out.
It's because for me it's an act of self-defense, because my house is a safe space for me.
Yeah.
I need it to remain a safe space for me.
I think, and then also it's very hard to get over something that happens in your house
exactly
to you.
Exactly.
Because then you're not gonna move because
I moved.
Okay, no, I'm just saying in general, not everyone has the luxury.
Yeah, true.
Because your finances cannot allow you to move.
You can't just be hopping everywhere
because someone came to your house and decided, like, I don't know.
And did something that was inappropriate. But yeah, generally no. Even I generally don't even like people in my house, full stop. But
I mean, that is not like where for sure. I don't think I have a problem hosting.
Yeah,
because I can host enough for my friends to actually live at home. But then I'm just like, I don't know. I think about the main thing is just the expectations.
Yeah, because I can do a group thing. Like if like our friend group is there, then I can host people. Then we're all there. Then when people leave, you all leave. Like there's no.
Imagine, I think the only thing I have a problem with the hosting or not hosting is I was talking to some guy and he said, if you don't want to sleep with him, don't go to his house. And I was like, what does that even mean? I was like, yeah, and then also don't invite him to your house. And I said, if there are bombo clats thinking like this, men should stay the hell away from me.
Because
that's a small opening door. You think I will open vagina?
Oh God!
Release me! I can't.
See, because of that mentality. And then I've also met certain levels of people's reactions to me setting this boundary is very different. I've met the guys who are like shocked. Mm-hmm. And then they will move on and make different plans that don't involve my house. And then I've also met the guys who are super judgmental. Like, you think you're better than everyone. Oh, why? Oh, this doesn't make sense. Oh, you're so weird. And it acts me to my core.
Oh,
and I really struggle to just be like,
I'm sorry. But that's how you know they're not for you.
Of course. I understand that. But you see, maybe before that, I thought we were friends. Like, I thought we could communicate at least to a certain level, but once I established this boundary, it shows something about you.
But the problem with setting boundaries, okay, it's not the problem with setting boundaries, it's the reality of setting boundaries is sometimes you can set boundaries and people will respect them, but the issue is enforcing your boundary will be met with a lot of either anger, probably acceptance, or just bad
judgment.
So your part doing the struggle. Yes. The issue is not even telling someone this is what I want.
Yeah.
The issue is that person either
insisting,
agreeing, or combating you for the same thing. Like, it's just what's the fight for?
I don't even fight. Like, it's not a thing that we are discussing. It's not at a back and forth.
But you see, them to them, they are fighting you for your boundary.
It's so tiresome, by the way. I'm so tired.
Hey, tunakapitia.
Anyway, did you have anything else to say? I think that was all for me. And
I think my last one would be, I no longer subscribe to sherehe every day. Like YOLO. I no longer subscribe to binge drinking, binge sherehe, because, I mean, I'm a good time. And if you see me outside every day of next weekend, I'm going to need you to face your front.
It's like, that's not me.
Mind your business.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in the sense, like my recent trip to Kisumu, that was a lot of sherehe.
Yeah.
Like that was
every day.
It was that kind of sherehe that made me realize that sherehe is not a lifestyle for me. Mm-hmm. For other people, it can be a lifestyle and live your best life. But the constant, we're drinking, we go out. First of all, we drink in the day, and then we go out at night, and then we wake up, and then umeamkia shots. Either kutoa lock ama it'll stabilize you ama sijui what, and then all the drugs are on the table, from fegi to bangi to like shisha to everything. It's overwhelming. I don't think, and to tell people this story and for them to be like, yeah, but that was us in campus, and I'm like, what campus was I in? Because me in uni, you see maisha nilikuwa naishi. In uni, we were busy drinking till 9 and we had curfews and we needed to be home. What unis were you in? Because
you lived with your parents.
No, I lived with my parents, but most of my friends also did. Yeah, but I think it's also, even if I was outside home, because now I'm grown enough to be like, do those things. Sindio? And given the opportunity, I'm still like, no. I think it's just a lot.
Yeah.
Nakwambia sijaisikia kulia. At the end of that weekend, like from Thursday to Sunday, by the end, like Sunday, I was in tears. Because I'm like, why am I so exhausted? Why have I only slept for 2 hours for every day? Why have I only been sober for... Like, it's overwhelming. Like, it's not...
As an introvert, even listening to that just feels...
Anxiety
I want to
inducing.
sleep now.
Exactly. No, imagine, and me, I'm an extrovert, and I like being outside, and I like sherehe, but I was just like, this does not serve me one bit. And I can't. Consider the fact that on Monday I had to travel and I had work.
Yeah.
Nini nile hapa?
This is realizing that you can have a good time without it being every day of the week, every morning,
every day
moment,
of the week, every moment.
Yeah.
And then sherehe doesn't necessarily need to involve drugs.
Exactly.
I don't know. I was just like, hey,
yeah.
it's the cleanse I took after that for not drinking for a month.
30 days.
Because I was like, yeah.
You needed to...
my body was in shock.
Detox your system.
My body was like,
but you see now, this is you, and then there are people who are going to be able to do this consistently for a few years.
Few years. Your liver and your kidneys are about to fail you. Sorry, but I'm telling you the truth. You need to get checked. Can't be living like that. At least not every day.
Yeah.
I think there's... Because me, I'm not gonna say I don't drink anymore. I still have a good time. But then... It's just like you're overindulging. Yeah. Overindulgence is something in when you are younger is a by the way. Yes. Like going out every weekend is a by the way. But I think the older you get, the more you realize. I think you have fun doing other things. You find other hobbies. You find things that you enjoy doing that do not revolve around the nightlife.
Yeah.
Like you can have fun in the day, sweetie. I promise. Yep. I promise.
I go out twice a year, and one of them is my birthday. So
your birthday is a good time.
Yeah, it's always going to be a good time.
Period.
Yeah, can't wait. Yeah, I think we're done. But I just have one question for you. Like we've been gone for a while, and I want you to tell them how you're doing. How has life been? How are you feeling right now?
Oh God, that's a deep question.
I know.
Oh God, I won't give a deep answer.
Please.
No, I'm good. It's been a wild few months. It's been amazing. It's been full of lessons.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad to be back. I think that's all I'll say. Yeah, I'm so glad to be back. How are you?
Well. Next question.
Surely.
I am okay. I think I like where I'm at in my life. There's been a lot of growth, I think, for the past many months, maybe even years. But there have been moments where I have struggled. I won't shy away from being deep.
Feel free.
I'm going to go into the details of it, but I realize this is something I really enjoy doing with you. So I'm really glad that we're back, and it helps my mental health in general.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, so I'm glad
I enjoy doing it too. No, but seriously, it's been a long few months.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So that said, you want to outro us?
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. Follow us on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. And follow us on our social medias under Nairobi Sisterhood.
And I am Gina, and
I'm Maya.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.